And we're back. Episode 10 of Bad Take Philly. Who would have thought we would have made it to episode 10?
I probably thought we would get
We're on 10. This might be the last one.
Some
Who
people
fucking
might
knows?
not think that we made it to episode 10 because it's been 3 weeks between uploads. But
Listen.
Here we are. And there's a lot to talk about because we did a episode 10, but then we never posted that episode 10. So we're going to go over some of the things that we said that episode. And just,
what happened in 3 weeks?
Yeah. So the most pressing is Harper got injured a while ago now.
Yeah.
And that's been
all right.
It's been all right. Like the episode we did last time, that was the day after Harper got hurt.
Yeah.
So we had more emotional thoughts and stuff, and we have been fine since then, really. But
before the last game of the Brave series, it kind of showed that like our offense was static, and it doesn't really make sense for one person to like not allow us to score more than 2 runs.
Yeah.
Because that's what we were doing the first 2 games of that series. But last game of the Brave series, and so far in the St. Louis series, we've been scoring runs. So hopefully, we keep picking it up, and like young guys have been hitting well. So
there's definitely times where you see the impact that he had on the team, like, and that we're missing, because, like, since that injury, it feels like Schwarber and Hoskins have been getting on base so much, and then you get to Castellanos and Realmuto, and they don't bring those guys home. Like, there's been a bunch of those, like, scenarios where you just, like, if you had Harper there, like, what could have been, like, you could add an extra run or 2 on to, like, final scores. But overall, like, I think it's better than what we thought how it was going to go without him.
It's still
being in
early.
the lineup.
He has a broken thumb, right?
It's fractured.
Or something like that?
fractured.
When is he back?
Late August, hopefully.
Alright, so we'll be back for the playoffs, chilling,
Playoffs, yeah.
winning the championship.
If
Red October.
If we win today, then we take 2 or 3 from the Cardinals. Should have won yesterday, but then we're only a game and a half behind them, and the Giants are losing a lot this week. So we could jump up to that last wildcard spot as soon as next week because we play the Cardinals again in the 4-game set.
The Cardinals
in St.
also
Louis.
play the Dodgers and the Braves
Do they? Okay.
before the All-Star break.
We have a series against the Nationals coming up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so
We
have
love playing the
easy-
Nationals.
They have.
The Mets are losing.
Can we talk about Kyle Gibson, though, real fast?
He sucks.
He had a good start to the
First
season.
time in franchise history that the Phillies gave up 4 straight home runs.
Yeah, it's only the 11th time ever to happen. So it was not good. I was at that game, and I was pretty fucking miserable in the first inning. I wasn't really talking.
Yeah.
Because,
I can see that.
Me too.
But I wasn't even, like, texting you guys. I was just not happy. Then we scored 2 in the second, 3 in the third. I'm like, we're back in it. Our bats are alive. Munoz had, like, 2 doubles to drive runners in. And
He's been good.
Bohm had that triple that, I don't know how it didn't go out at the top of the fence.
Yeah.
But our bats looked good yesterday. The offense scored. And then Dominguez gave up home run in the 8th or the top of the 9th?
Yeah.
Top of the 9th, which kind of just led to a static bottom of the 9th. Schwarber didn't get on yesterday, and
Well, it's not June anymore.
and Odubel swings at everything in the dirt. So
Yeah.
He's going golfing.
I mean, I think it's more like you just got to tip your hat to Arenado this series and, like, getting mad at Dominguez.
He's
Like,
been-
Even like
No,
you
him
don't
and Goldschmidt
even
have
need
just been
to, like get mad at
on
Dominguez.
fire.
He gave up 1 home run. That's the only run given up by the bullpen, right? Yeah.
this series,
So and, like the bullpen's been
really good.
really
good. Yeah.
so
really good.
like 1 home run, like that's better than
Knebel looked really good too,
yeah. Everybody's looked really good.
because he
he got out of that.
a
jam.
run
Yeah.
scored. He walked 1 in, but it wasn't his earned run.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you have bases loaded with no outs and
Bases loaded, no outs.
you're
You allow 1.
yeah, and
With pop-up
And-
strikeout.
Yeah. No
Walk.
hard hits.
yeah. Oh, and Stott made that incredible play in like this for the second out of the game. Like our defense has looked good.
Yeah.
Bierling had that great catch.
Veerling's been really good. Yeah, that was incredible in foul territory.
That was
And
awesome.
Bailey Falter, too.
Very
Like, we were
cool.
talking about... We mentioned it in the podcast. We didn't post, but we were saying, like, we should take Ranger out of the starting rotation, put him in the bullpen. We were saying at the time, like, just because everyone's been so healthy. Now, with Eflin's injury, like, you're not going to want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But other than the Arenado, Goldschmidt, like, those 2, they got the 3 runs off of
I mean,
falter.
they're also extremely high.
But
Yeah.
he shut down like everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't
Goldschmidt's
even,
batting 350.
yeah, you can't even get mad at that. Like they're just like the best hitters in baseball right now.
Yeah,
So
they really
like,
are.
hopefully, like Falter, you can get him stretched out more. Like if he can give you 5 solid innings, like that would be really big for this team, especially
Yeah.
with Gibson struggles recently and
Yeah.
Eflin being out. We'll take that every time.
And again, if we're the type of team where, like, unfortunately, it seems like we either score 7, 8, 9 runs in a game, or we score 1 or 2, which can't really happen. But we're the type of team who scores enough. If you're down 3 or 4 in the early innings, we can come back and end a game.
Yeah.
And we showed that yesterday. Like,
You just gotta
unfortunately, we
limit
lost.
damage.
Yeah.
And we did a really good job at limiting damage. Like,
And Gibson was good after the first inning. He
Yeah.
only allowed 1 hit in the next 3 innings or something. He did get
he got into the bases loaded.
yeah, but Knable kind of cleaned it up.
Lights out Knable.
Yeah.
Ever since we took him out of that closer role, it's like the Hector effect.
Yeah.
He has been really good.
Yeah.
So just
It is nice to
continue
see.
that.
And it started in the National Series.
Yeah.
We were there.
Yeah, we have that magic touch.
Are you guys claiming all of his
Success.
success from you?
Yep.
And
It is.
Alvarado, too.
He always starts his outing with the ball in dirt, and we're like, oh, this is going to happen again. But then he gets the cutter
I
going.
think this is like 9 appearances in a row where he hasn't given up a run. Like
It's the first time we've seen him with actual command,
Yeah.
and it's really nice to see. Brad Hand's been good.
started in that national series.
Pilates been pretty good. Pilates did struggle. I forget which game it was, but was it last week? He let up a couple.
Man, I don't know. I just overall I just feel like this is the best bullpen stretch we've had in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I feel like when they put in Knebel yesterday, I didn't think he was going to give up more than 2 runs. Even with the bases loaded, I'm like, all right, probably 2 runs. And
Yeah.
if that was the beginning of the year, I'm like, okay, that's
This
6,
game's
7
over.
runs.
Yeah, this game is
And-
getting blown out.
And listen, I was pissed in the first inning, but I think as a Phillies fan right now, there's not many deficits if it is early in the game where you think the game's over.
Yeah.
Because in the back of your head, you got to
Even the
think,
5 runs in the first inning,
I
we
was
came
like,
back
we
from
can
2
come back
innings.
from that, yeah. And it was just people in the bottom of the order, like Munoz,
Yeah.
Stott, Herrera had a 3-hit game. All these people are producing. Yearling, I think,
Hall.
had a couple hits.
Hall didn't yesterday, but Hall's
Yeah.
been fun to watch.
Yeah.
3 hits, 3 home runs.
So you just need everyone. Like we said, last episode that we didn't give out. Everyone needs to step it up with Harper not being there, and I think you have seen that, especially from these role players. Just
Yeah.
improve.
And
That's what we need.
I think with the exception of Odubel and maybe Moniak, you see everyone just hitting for the situation. You don't see
Yeah.
them trying to just blast it open with 2 runners on. You just keep getting the singles, you keep the line moving. That's what we did yesterday in the second and third. We didn't have a home run, and we scored 5 in 2 innings.
Yeah.
And so if we just get the ball in play, it works.
Take it up. We got Wheeler pitching tonight, so hopefully we can take this. Just keep building, cut the deficit down. Get in the
We have. I
playoffs.
mean, we're only 2.5
Red
games.
October.
Red October.
Harper back.
Back World
World
Series.
Series
Series.
MVP.
Parade.
Yeah, parade. Next
Parade, I
year,
love parades.
Dynasty. Multiple
Yeah.
Harper
Sign,
until
sign Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Nick Abel and Painter come up.
Yep.
We're gonna be the best team ever.
Harper back to
The
back.
dream team.
back.
Hoppy, is it?
Oh, Hop. Yeah.
Oh, Hop.
Get rid of
Rafe?
JT.
Not around it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it could be worse right now. It could be a
It could
lot
be
worse.
I don't think it's. I think it's pretty.
No, I
good.
think we have a positive outlook right
Yeah.
now.
We always have a
We're always
positive.
positive.
But-
We're positive.
Yeah, we don't feel like the world is ending after
No,
the Harper.
not at all. And I think we did when the game was happening. We're didn't really know what was going to happen. I don't think in that game we were the season's over, but we were pretty much oh, the season's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guys have been stepping up. It's nice.
It's
Yeah.
been good.
That's it.
Oh,
We want to talk about another team in Philly that maybe
The minion movie.
improved in free agency. The Sixers.
I thought you were
The
going to go to
Sixers.
Stars.
Sixers, not the
I
Stars.
was afraid to say.
Sixers signed PJ Tucker to a 3-year,
Should've-
$33 million deal.
That
That's
should
a
have happened 2 years ago. But
bit much for
Uh,
a guy that's going to be 40 by
Yeah.
the time his contract ends. But
11 million at 40, but
look, we're a win now.
win that.
We'll take him. We traded for D'Anthony Melton, got rid of Danny Green. Rest in peace to the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
But we'll take a much younger player who can play defense. I just think we're bringing in more toughness and versatility, and that's something this team does not have last year, or just ever.
Yeah.
Ever. I've said multiple times, this is the weakest team, the most mentally soft team there is. So bringing in PJ Tucker, they're not going to be that next year. I love that move because he's a get in your face type of player. He's going to fire people up. I think he'll fire up Joel. He'll give him just more aggression, more confidence.
Yeah.
He's a good culture guy.
I do like the addition so far because with Tucker, the two things that we really struggled with was rebounds and perimeter defense last year, and he brings that to the team. And with Melton, on draft night, there was a lot of talks with a big trade, and it doesn't really feel like a big trade because it's more of a rotation guard. But I think it's better to get depth than a star player right now because we saw what happened with Harden, and we saw we can't just put Embiid, Harden, Maxey out there and just expect to do well with no bench, especially in the playoffs. Because we're gonna make the playoffs, hopefully make it past the second round.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we're going to make the playoffs, but it's about just building this team for just more than we don't want a second round exit every year.
Yeah.
We don't want to be the Clippers of a few years ago. We want to actually do something with Embiid's prime years.
And it feels just with everything going on with Harden, it feels like
And Harden did opt out.
Yeah, is he
So
out now or is he?
he's going to
back?
resign. I
He's
think
going to resign. He's taking a team-friendly deal,
Yeah.
supposedly.
it's going to be the same amount of money for him, but we are going to be able to build a little bench around the
I heard if Utah buys out Pat Bev, that's a possibility.
If we
Getting
him,
Tucker
that
and
would
Pat
be
Bev
our
on
defense
this team?
Yes.
We
That
would
be
finally
incredible.
have dogs
Yeah.
on this team.
Dogs?
Yes.
Tyrese Maxey's dog.
I
No,
feel bad
Tyrese
for
Maxey
Patrick.
is a nice guy, but he's not a dog.
He's a dog.
No, he's not a dog.
He's an offensive
A
dog.
dog is someone that
He's
gets in your
offensive dog.
face, and he's a pit bull. That's what Pat Bev is. That's what Tucker is. We want pit bulls on this team. We don't have pit bulls. We have a bunch of soft poodles that, they go down 10 in the playoff game. We're like, oh, we lost. No,
Got
Tucker's
mods.
being like, come on, let's
win.
play. Let's win. Get in there. Yeah, that's what this team's going to be.
Yeah.
So,
You do have to feel for
The mascot, the dog.
Beverly a little bit and Minnesota fans because he kind of just
Not fair. Fair enough.
he
Okay.
gave his all in the playoffs last year and he kind of proved himself to the fan base. Got on top of the scoring table, celebrated with them in the
that
play-in
was
game.
ridiculous.
It was crazy,
That was
but as a fan base, you gotta love to see the heart and the passion, in
Just imagine that in Philly.
imagine that in Philly. And
Oh,
but it just sucks for him because he's been traded 3 times in the past 5 years, and it's just I don't know. You gotta feel for him a little bit, but Minnesota might be a powerhouse.
Team
The
good.
trade for Gobert.
Yeah.
Gobert just gets slammed by everyone. Did you see the thing? Anthony Edwards is like, I don't know, whatever. I'm just driving.
Yeah, I saw that.
He said Kristaps Porzingis was the best rim defender in the league, but then Gobert, he was like, yeah, I don't really fear Gobert.
Yeah.
Now they're on the
Gobert's
same team.
a first team all defense every
Every year.
yeah.
Yeah, I've watched videos on how the Utah team was all terrible on defense and just hung him out to dry on defense and made him look bad because they asked him to do so much on defense. So I don't know. Minnesota might be a more talented team than Utah. So they could be exciting to watch in a few years.
Well, Utah got 5 first rounders in
It
24
was a lot
hours.
of-
It was crazy. So I think they're going to try to build young around Donovan Mitchell.
That's what.
So
I mean, it doesn't matter because Golden State's going to win every year.
yeah. Well, speaking of
the
players who are
Sixers.
slept on a little bit with Gobert, Marcus Epps is kind of slept on.
I agree.
We did sign Jaquiski Tartt. We're,
Like a month ago.
we're extremely late on this news.
I'm not talking about that yet.
No, well, we
Oh,
did
yeah.
in the
Oh,
last,
that's
but we didn't
terrible.
upload it.
I
So
was actually thinking, do we start talking about him?
But
That's a good player.
I think
It's a good addition.
Epps is underrated and he is slept on, and you're going to see a lot of the rotating Epps in, playing with these true safeties. But the signing of Tart really just there's no holes in this team.
if a cornerback goes down, we're fucked. But
That's
so
the only
fucked.
thing.
but
You don't want to see
hopefully,
McPherson.
We need Evan out there,
No.
yeah.
but sorry, go ahead.
No, just every role you can think of, there's a player that fills that role.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of depth in this not corner, but safeties, linebackers, D line, O line, receivers, running backs. There's depth everywhere. Even quarterback. We have 2 quarterbacks that we feel good about.
That's true.
Just game by game.
Al Sanders called them the All-Star team.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit scary because you do not want a dream team
of the
2.0.
dream team.
Yeah,
You
the
don't want that.
same thing happened.
But like, it's a good team, and you know, I wouldn't say last year we were pretty good at injuries, but previous years we've been very bad on
Very
injuries.
bad.
As the coach was saying, in terms of depth, like O-line, we have at least we have Driscoll we can slot into different spots if needed. Dillard you can slot in, so that's a good 2 depth pieces. Durgan's, yeah, true.
I'm surprised Dillard hasn't gotten traded.
Yeah, right.
Like he's an appealing like trade target because like O-line's one of those positions where you just don't find a lot of people you can trade for.
Maybe other teams just don't think he's any good.
I think he
which
can
is
only
possible.
play left tackle. Like he can't play anywhere else on the line, really.
Didn't you play right tackle at some point, or did you only play left tackle?
No, Mailata had to bump over to right tackle in that Dallas game because Dillard cannot play right tackle.
Yeah,
but
I'm a little nervous at wide receiver too because AJ Brown is someone who, well, he hasn't missed a lot of games in his career, has been very banged up in his career. So like if AJ Brown gets hurt, like our receiving core goes right back to where it was.
I wouldn't even say really that bad because you have Devontae and now you have Zach Pascal and
Zach Pascal's rough.
I know.
So I think
he's
Devontae
the wide receiver
Rager.
4.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Rager's wide receiver 5 now. Like
I think Devontae actually is going to take a step this year, like a big step.
Well, I mean, he has to with all the attention with Brown on the opposite side.
Yeah,
And I mean, Devontae can move around. Like he can.
he's going to be good.
Yeah.
I saw I forget who it is, but he's a guy that charts every different route from every different receiver. And Devontae, and as a rookie, was 84th percentile against the press and 77th percentile against man, going up against cornerback ones, which is really, really good and promising as a rookie.
He broke the record for our franchise for like a rookie receiving for the yards.
With the extra game.
Yeah, I know, but like he did that with below average quarterback play,
Yeah, that's very
and
true.
Hurts like did not read defense as well, and he got open, and he made Hurts, if anything, look better going up and catching 50-50 balls. Like, so it's looking up.
Smith is already one of the. He's not top, but he's up there in terms of route runners in the league. He's got great hands. Yeah. So he's
going back to like when I would like watch like the best corners coming out of college. They would always show like his highlights, but then like I'm thinking like J.C. Horn, who was drafted 8 overall last year by Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, here's a video though, like this one play, but it was like Stingley, him, like it was always Devontae Smith.
Yeah,
like
versatile.
No one could ever cover Devontae Smith. Like these top corners coming out in college. So
I sure can't.
I can't.
It's impressive.
All 4 of us probably couldn't.
So much.
It's impressive because like everyone kind of put a lot of slander on him because of his size, and Eagles fans didn't put any. We believed in him.
I never really thought the size thing was an issue because no one could cover him.
Size does not matter when it comes to receivers. Okay, it does a little bit.
I would say it matters a
little bit. But like
but with him, his route running is incredible. And he does, like, for his size, he's incredible at going up and getting the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
if he was 15 pounds less, then I would say it's an issue.
Well,
but
he'd be anorexic if he was 15 pounds less.
He made more than me. But he's like, what, 180 right now? Like, it's not that bad.
He's like my weight.
I think he's 177 was his weight.
Yeah, that's...
So 180 is not that bad.
I just wish, like, we threw the ball more.
I genuinely think that we're going to go from... we're going to try to go back to where we were at the beginning of last year, which might not work, but I think that's what Sirianni wants to do with this team. I think he wants us to be a heavy passing team because that has shown, especially in recent years, to be what wins championships.
Yeah, I don't...
And gets to the Super Bowl. Like, that's what wins
games.
That's what wins games. That's what makes...
I think there's different ways to win games. Like, San Francisco is a really run-heavy team near the Super Bowl. Baltimore has ridden their run-heavy offense to a lot of...
But they haven't... Yeah, but neither of those teams ever have made the Super Bowl. They have.
Yeah, but
not recently.
There's also a lot of different circumstances. Like, Baltimore isn't a playoff team. Like, they don't play well. But, like...
Yeah, but they're good. And, like... I don't know. There's something about, like, those run-heavy teams besides San Fran, which is...
But Tennessee has been the 1 seed.
Yeah, but they got clapped by Joe Burrow.
They were not.
Well, they also lost. Yeah, they were not a 1 seed. They were not a 1 seed team. They got very fortunate.
I think there's a lot of ways to just like win games, but if we could throw the ball more this year and open up the playbook, That would be nice.
Listen,
It just all depends on Hurts.
We've said it a lot. If he's average to above average, if he's in that 10 to 15 range for like quarterback rankings, we're a great team.
We're gonna be great
Because we have the run game, we have that set with not a we don't have great running backs, but we have that great run like overall, that run game. And we brought in AJ Brown. We have a good
There's a
receiving
lot of
core.
hype. Are we the most hyped team right now?
No, we're
No.
flying under the radar. I think.
Absolutely not. I think
You got
we're
the-
so hyped.
We got the Raiders, Chargers,
I think we're hyped.
That's right, Chargers and Raiders.
Miami, who is
I think we're more hyped than Miami. We are up. I saw a ranking of a top 10 defenses. We were like 5th. We're like our defense is hyped. Our offensive line on PFF is number 1 right now.
I don't really think we're that hyped. Actually,
I saw
still saying Dallas is going to win the division.
Yeah,
like the betting odds still say Dallas is going to win the division. People are sleeping on us.
Well, people also see Philadelphia, and they see what we've done in the last like decade, and they kind of think, oh, they're gonna.
We're a good team.
We win like we've won in the last decade. We made it to the playoffs, but we also have that kind of like history of, I guess, disappointing because I feel like in the first
good but not great. You say?
Yeah, like I feel like even before the Super Bowl, like, but between the Super Bowl and now, we've always been like people are like, oh, the Eagles are going to be a good playoff team, and then we make it to the playoffs, and we kind of injuries have kind of shit on us. But
it's a great time to be an Eagles fan. Great time.
it's a good time to be a Philadelphia fan.
Also,
once KD comes,
it was also late because of the week thing, but Kareem Hunt was talked about going to the Eagles. I'm not sure where that.
I don't know.
Where was that from?
A while ago, people were talking about it.
Did he sign anywhere? Or
he's still in the Browns.
He's still in the
but
Browns
they signed back Dearness Johnson, so they have 3 capable running
And I
backs
think
there.
he said that he wanted a new contract.
that makes me so excited.
Dearness Johnson's
that
good.
would be
That's like flashbacks. I think we said it last. Yeah, didn't post it, but that is major flashbacks to trading for Ajayi halfway through the season, and you had Blunt and Ajayi. Sproles was hurt. Clement,
Smallwood.
Like, remember that year?
Sanders, Gainwell, Hunt.
We had the number 1
That's
rushing
so
offense
That's a good
in the league. I mean,
core.
just kind of like rode that rushing offense all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
put AJ Brown in the backfield too. Fuck it, why not? Shoot him like Devo.
That'd be so nice.
It really is crazy because we like Sanders. I love Sanders. I love him so much, but he's not a great. He's an average running back, I'd say.
Yeah.
And we have the top offense in the league last year. Like I know Hurts kind of contributed to that like a ton.
Yeah.
But when you look at our running back core, if we add Hunt, it's just an even scarier team.
He also
With
said he's
our
feeling
O-line.
100% now.
100%.
100%?
100%.
After that Kareem Hunt.
Jake Elliott goes down. We're chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it wasn't me this time.
Hey, no, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I cannot wait for September.
Yeah.
Speaking of football in Philadelphia.
Yeah!
7:30 tonight. You got the Stars Championship. I don't know anything about the game, but we're watching it. Yeah, we are. And everybody's watching the Stars game. And it's going to be great.
It's
and we're going to win.
ESPN 4.
I'm pretty sure we're... I think we're not favored to win by like 3 points or something, but...
Yeah, I'm predicting Stars 0, other team 42.
I'm predicting Stars 24, other team 7.
Who's the other team?
I forget.
It's the Birmingham Stallions.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think the Stars get a heartbreaking loss by a field goal
Really stupid.
to the Stallions.
How stupid would you say the league is?
Probably like on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being the most stupid, like -1.
I would say -3. So 1 up, yeah.
Brennan, who do you think is going to win the game?
The Birmingham
Stallions.
Stallions.
What was the score?
7.
7?
A lot of
7-0.
wickets. A lot of wickets.
So many wickets.
Yeah.
Love a good wicket.
We do love a good wicket.
Good Stars talk?
Yeah, great
Good
Stars
Stars
talk.
talk.
That's enough.
We'll update you next week when they win
We will.
and how much we have a dynasty in this
We
league. And
The best
Go to
Philadelphia
the parade.
I wonder if they'll have a parade.
All 3 people.
It's
If
gonna
they
be
have a
one.
parade.
It's gonna be one bus, and there's gonna be
gonna
like
be
20
you.
people there.
Like, no, we gotta log the parade.
We got one chair with a little flag and a visor. Yeah.
We're gonna vlog
It
the
would be
start.
like the Eagles from 2017 the other day. get the backup quarterback in and they win this.
Except it happened week 2.
Yeah, well, maybe the starter just never should be the starter.
We'll take the running back.
I don't like that Brian Scott slander. He was going to run the league.
Can I talk about something else?
Yeah, this is stupid.
F1.
F1 had a great race today.
Great race.
Best race I've ever seen. I've only seen like 10, but
it was actually like
Great
such a great race. So much happened.
Yeah,
so much happened. Great race.
It was Silverstone in England. It was Lewis Hamilton's home race, and he has,
and Lando.
And Lando. He has
and Russell.
8 total wins at Silverstone, and he was going for 9, which is the record there, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
He got on the podium, so he was 3rd, but he had a chance to win a few times.
Yeah. There was a bad pit in there that kind of messed him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sainz was on the pole to start, and then ended up winning. I don't know.
It was kind of crazy because Leclerc was in first, and there was a late safety car, and that kind of screwed everything up for Leclerc. He ended up 4th. Then Perez already had a good race because he had front wing damage in the beginning, and he made he was in last.
Basically in last, yeah.
And he made his way all the way back to 4th or 5th, but the safety car let him get to the podium, so that was fortunate. Good race for Perez, not for Red Bull.
We're also missing the turn 1 of the first.
Yeah.
Turn 1. So, start of the grid, bad start from
half the grid.
Yeah, half the grid.
Verstappen was already ahead, right away after starting.
Verstappen good, and then George Russell collides with Zhou Guanyu after getting bad start, gets pushed over. Latifi goes through them, and then they crash. And then
because Gasly tried to fit there, and
Gasly tries to go right behind
Latifi,
doesn't work, crashes, and then Zhou Guanyu flips the car.
He's sliding.
And then he's sliding for
like a Beyblade.
Might have been
100 yards.
100 yards on his head, and then flips over a barrier.
And almost goes into the stands.
At the stand barrier.
We should show a video.
It could have been
catastrophic.
I'll show the video.
It's insane because...
I could have killed a lot of people.
Yeah. They have the halo, which is the thing on top of their head, and it's new technology.
If that wasn't there, his head would have been gone.
Mutilated.
Yeah. But there was 4 or 5 cars that were affected by it. I think there was 3 retirements.
Yeah. This was a big retirement race too. There was 6 total, which was big.
Which led
because
Schumacher got
Schumacher got points for the first time in his career.
4 points.
That's more than
4 more than he's gotten in his last season and
a half.
9 races.
9 races. Let's go.
So that's fun. And what is that?
We didn't think we'd be talking about a Ferrari win too, halfway through, because Sainz and Leclerc were fighting when they were in first, fighting when they were second and third. They were fighting the whole
Max
race.
Was in first.
They probably boxed afterwards too. They were just so mad at each other.
It just it was very clear then that Leclerc had more pace, and Sainz doesn't want to just let him go by, but you need to do what's best for the team there.
They told him to fight. They didn't tell him to
No, they said just fight.
You can't tell them to I don't think you can give them the team order there when it's just 2 of them relatively safe.
When Hamilton was in first, and he had to pit one more time. He was 18 seconds ahead, and the average pit time was 19.
Yeah.
They let him fight instead of letting Leclerc
go
with more pace.
Was catching up too.
Yeah.
But
before that,
you can't.
They were just slowing each other down a lot.
In that situation, you need to let Leclerc pass so that he can just gain time on Hamilton. So when he pits, he goes out in front.
And they did end up doing it.
Sainz so mad, you can't
just
do that to
works. They kind of just make one person mad.
Well, they have a better driver. The better driver is Leclerc, so put him out in front, let him be faster.
I don't know if he did have the pace at certain points, but
the only reason he didn't win was because of the safety car, and he was on hards, and he missed the pit window.
He still did a pretty good job.
For constructors, they need those points.
Yeah.
For constructors, it was a good race for them.
And Sainz isn't a title contender either. Leclerc is. Still kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still
this.
Perez is going to be very close to Max, right? Wasn't he pretty?
No.
It's challenge right now. But you can't tell
pretty close actually.
Yeah.
What they're 11 points off Sainz and Leclerc. You can't. That is after this race when he gets more points, but you can't just that this early in the season, you can't tell them to do that.
But it wasn't really for the individual. It was for like
It was like
it
Hamilton was
beat
catching
Hamilton.
up to that.
And when Hamilton was in first, they had to undercut him or overtake him or whatever it's called.
Undercut.
Well, it wasn't Hamilton trying to undercut in the pits.
So I don't get that.
Yeah.
So they had to get out before Hamilton was out of the pits, and they ended up doing it. But
No, they undercut Hamilton.
okay.
I don't know. In my opinion, I think they should just Red Bull should treat it as a team sport and to do whatever they can.
Ferrari.
Sorry. What did I say?
Red Bull.
Red Bull does
Well,
not.
also
consider
them
it a
too.
team sport.
But Ferrari should treat it as a team sport, and they should do whatever they can to get as many points as they possibly can.
Yeah. Well, we know you guys love the F1. Like, for a lot of feedback has been.
Yeah, everybody's been talking about F1.
We hear you, and we consider what to do. We've kind of extended the F1 bit. No, sorry, not
a
bit. F1
Talk. Segment.
segment. That's the word.
Maybe they don't want to listen to F1. Maybe they want to like listen to a more like American style racing.
I think so.
So we might try talking about Piston Cup racing sometime.
Yeah.
Because like that is more, I guess, what people from America are used to.
Yeah.
Who do you think takes it this year?
Probably
Cruz.
Cruz.
I mean, I hate to say it. I know Jackson Storm is banned from the Piston Cup, but he might win in the individual championship. Like
He's not in this year.
He's not in this.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's not this year.
Oh.
He's banned for life.
No, he's banned from the Piston Cup.
He's not banned for life.
He's banned from the Piston Cup. Yes.
Yeah, for a couple of years.
Was that for life?
But
No, it wasn't for life.
for the season,
That was a pretty bad crash. To not be,
I know, but
he caused it on like.
I know.
You're supporting that?
I'm not supporting. I'm telling you the facts of what happened. And he wasn't banned for
I
life.
did
He
you
was
watch
banned for a
cars?
couple of years.
What cars is this from?
Bro.
Why are you getting?
Did you see that crash?
Yes.
And you don't think he should be banned
He
for
should
life?
be banned for life.
He should be.
that is chick.
So why is
But he
Yes.
wasn't
Yes.
banned for life. Is
Yeah.
what I'm telling you.
Well, FIA got that one wrong.
Not the FIA. That's
Whatever
Europe.
Whatever their thing is. What is it?
I don't know.
FCA.
Piston Cup.
Pixar.
He needs to be banned for life. And anyway, he's not even in this standing.
No, but Cruz,
So-
Danny Suarez is also a contender this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want us to talk about it,
Oh,
we'll
Flip.
talk about it.
Dover's doing well.
They're really good
Piston
at all.
Cup racing, very
I'm so
exciting.
confused.
It's more like, because I know you guys can't think about it if it's in a circle. Oh, that's racing, not
It's
the
an oval.
stupid
It's
whatever.
an oval.
Okay, oval. That's what they want. So maybe we'll talk about it.
Maybe we'll talk
Yeah,
about it. I do think ovals are less fun to watch
Yes.
because it's the same thing, and then like there's always like
Yeah, but when you
they're
have Lightning
crash
McQueen's
every-
prodigy in there, Cruz,
Yeah.
like that isn't. I mean, it's just such a
that
good
is something
story.
you do have to watch because
Yeah,
she's going for her 4th title. So
yeah, and it's the first or not the first. It's like the third who has won a Piston Cup.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
I had to look up if the Piston Cup was real or not because I got so confused.
yeah, it is, sure.
It is.
I'm so confused now.
All right, we'll explain
Alright,
that.
so
We'll
Donald's
talk about
watching
it more
Piston Cup
later.
I
racing.
missed the fucking Cars watch party. Now I'm just way lost.
It's not a Cars watch party. It's
This
Piston
is
Cup.
the Piston Cup.
Of course, yeah.
This is not in the movies.
Listen, Cruz.
So, is it like a fucking TV show or something?
Cruz
No.
a few years
No, it's
back.
the Piston Cup
It's the Piston Cup.
circuit.
I just searched up Piston Cup. Is it real? And they just gave me cars.
Doesn't understand.
I'm so lost.
So you got all the champions. and
What? Why does it go back so far?
stuff. You haven't ever talked about
the
this?
Piston Cup.
It's the Piston Cup.
Ah.
Like you got all the racers. And
Uh-huh.
these are all the.
Well, we'll
racers.
show this on the podcast.
Flipped over? I love Flipped Over.
That's
That's,
what I was
Flipped Over,
a
yeah,
great name.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is what we're
Is
talking
McQueen
about. We'll talk about that more.
Retired yet? Is he retired?
Yeah, he retired.
Ah.
He's the Cruz Ramirez crew chief.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, but Cruz Ramirez has 500 points going into today's race.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Yeah,
That's
break-
nice.
we'll break it down for you next episode.
Yep.
It'll be good.
Ka-chow.
ka-chow.
We cover everything?
Yeah.
I think we did.
All right, trivia time.
Trivia time.
Trivia time.
Okay, so this is the first time I'm doing trivia, and we got a special trivia today. And let's get right into it.
Wait. I'm so nervous. It's my first time being on the other side of the trivia. I'm nervous. I made fun of Aiden so many times for getting 0 right. So I get 0 right. It's in the shit
Okay.
show.
First question.
Okay.
Who won today's race in the Piston Cup?
The Piston Cup.
Yep.
I pass.
H.J. Hollis. Name 2 of the 3 drivers to have 3 Piston Cups.
I told him I was a million fucking Piston Cup moving that. Lightning McQueen and Chad Hudson.
Shout out.
That was fucking Dane Hudson.
You got one right. Who is currently leading the 2022 championship? We did just mention this.
I forget already. I have a memory of a fucking P. The dude that like
Lightning's Prodigy.
Yeah, the fucking the Mexican guy. I don't fucking know. He's a Hispanic name.
Cruz Ramirez.
Cruz Ramirez.
The girl. Only 2 racers have won 3 Piston Cups in a row. Name one. You should get this one.
Lightning McQueen.
Yes!
Yes! Let's fucking go.
Jackson Storm was banned for life after purposely crashing into Ryan Laney during what 2020 race? You gotta get the name of the race.
Is it place or?
It's the name of the race. Like that's like Silverstone. What's the name of the race?
London.
The Dynaco Light 350.
Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. You're not even timing it.
I'm not. 1 out of 5. Not bad. Alright, now I got Brendan. And let's start off.
Is it mostly like football questions or is it baseball? Or?
Mostly football. Some F1 kind of.
Okay.
So yeah. Who won today's Piston Cup race?
Is this time?
Yeah, but like not really.
Huh. Cruz.
No.
We were watching F1 while we were. Oh god.
No.
We should have put the Piston Cup on.
Yeah. Well, it was the Piston Cup, so.
Was it flipped over?
No.
Was it Danny Swerves?
Nope. H.J. Hollis. Name 2 of the 3 drivers to have 3 Piston Cups.
Okay. Doc?
Yep.
Lightning.
To have 3 Piston Cups.
Oh, total.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like had 3 or more.
No. Just 3.
Okay.
Exactly 3. There's...
Doc and the King? No. Hicks. No. Take it back. Doc and Cruz.
Yes. Who is currently leading the 2022 championship for the Piston Cup?
Cruz.
Yep. Only 2 racers have won 3 Piston Cups in a row. Name one.
Lightning.
Yep.
Yes! Come on.
Jackson Storm was banned for life after purposely crashing into Ryan Laney during what race in 2020? The name of the race.
Slaughter 500?
No. The Dynaco Light 350.
Alright, that was close. Alright, thank you.
Okay, so now we got Dakota here.
I'm being told this is stupid trivia.
No, this is the best trivia you'll have all podcast.
Okay. Am I going to win?
I don't know.
How many we get?
Depends how well you know the Piston Cup.
Okay. I know Piston Cup.
Alright. Who won today's race July 3rd in the Piston Cup?
Oh, H.J. Hollis.
H.J. Hollis, yep. Name 2 of the 3 drivers to have 3 Piston Cups.
Doc Hudson, Clint Schiffright.
Yep. Who's currently leading the 2022 Piston Cup
Oh, this
championship.
is so easy. Cruz Ramirez.
Yeah.
What?
Only 2 racers have won 3 Piston Cups in a row. Name one of them.
Doc Hudson.
Yep. Jackson Storm was banned for life after purposely crashing into Ryan Laney during what race in 2020?
Dynaco Light 350. Why did they
There you go.
be able to get that?
I don't know. This was stuff we were all talking about on the
Yeah, this
podcast.
was. Alright, well, I always see who's not a real Piston Cup fan. I guess
Yeah.
Brendan.
So, that was the trivia. And we got some mix of Piston Cup knowledge. I thought everyone would get 5 out of 5. But Don got a 1, which was good. You got the 1.
Thanks for
You only
saying-
got 1?
I didn't remember the
Big
fucking
fan.
names. I wasn't there.
You didn't watch who won today's race.
I don't get it.
H.J. Hollis won today's race.
Did you get that right?
Yes. I
Yeah.
watched the Piston Cup.
I'm so. What the fuck is the Piston Cup?
Brendan didn't get H.J. Hollis, but
We were watching F1.
yeah, but
Yeah, but you,
the
like,
Piston
you
Cup's
have a
on,
phone.
too,
You can
like-
have notifications that tell you you won the race.
I forgot to put the notifications on. I
Is that
didn't
a
go on
real
the app.
thing? Like on your phone?
yeah,
No.
Piston Cup.
You watch it?
You have
Yeah.
the Piston Cup app.
No, on the fucking Piston Cup app.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know it was a
But,
real thing until 2 minutes ago.
Brendan got 3
real
out
fake
of 5.
That's
and then
respectable.
Dakota with a perfect 5 out of 5.
Oh, did you
A
actually?
real Piston Cup
What?
knowledge.
It wasn't hard
Perfect.
questions.
They were all pretty.
I said first. I don't think they were that hard. I just don't fucking know.
Which one
anything.
did you get wrong?
Got
The first
oh,
one.
and the last one.
Which race it was?
That's fair.
The race
That
title
was
in
a couple years
2020.
ago.
Florida 500.
You got that question right.
Bro, we were
The
just talking
fucking-
about the.
Yeah,
What was the actual name? You called it the fucking like.
It was like if Tom Brady got suspended for life. Like you would say,
No,
oh,
the
what
name of the-
game
the
did
name
he
of the
just
race
get
was
kicked out of?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
The name of the race was like the fucking.
The Dynaco Light 350.
Dynaco
Dynaco's
Light
been a
350.
major brand
Yeah.
for
Oh, you
Light's the other
such a
part of
long
that.
time.
I thought they went for way longer than that. I thought it was like the Dynaco 350,792 Grand Prix
Just the
75.
Dynaco Light 350.
Oh.
And it's like, everybody talks about that race because of the crash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
unbelievable.
back with another win.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in some people.
Yeah. But,
It can't be me. I wasn't.
No, I'm very disappointed. Yeah.
How? There's literally no way I could have gotten it right. I could have won.
Could have watched it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
yeah. But,
We'll get you that.
he did get the. Yeah, we will.
I got Lightning McQueen right.
Yeah, for the 3 races in a row. Or the 3 years in a row for that. So.
I guess Chad Hudson for one.
He gets Chad Hudson.
Like, we only named 2 races. It was Chad Hudson, Lightning McQueen, and the Mexican guy. And apparently, it's a Mexican girl.
You just disrespect that.
It's Cruz Ramirez.
Cruz Ramirez is a girl. Apparently, I didn't know that.
But,
It's hard questions. Hard questions.
yeah. Well, for some people, it's.
Next time I do trivia, you guys are gonna get fucked. I'm gonna fucking just. I'm gonna make it so hard.
Well, these really weren't.
They weren't hard.
I'm gonna ask like fucking which My Little Pony action figure has the most sales in all of history.
Probably one of the pink ones.
Probably.
The clumpy one.
The Glumpy one?
Yeah.
Probably not the Glumpy one. No one wants the Glumpy one. Glumpy. But. What is this?
I think that'll do it for you guys. Take Phillies.
Yeah.
We covered a lot.
What an
A lot of
episode.
different sports.
Yep.
Go Phillies. Exciting Eagles.
Go Juan Ramirez.
Cruz needs to bounce back
Cruz,
from his
sorry.
tough loss.
I mean, none of us can do this race, though.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next episode.